everybody. Thank you for joining our 5-minute quick demo for VDI troubleshooting. So basically, we have a core feature of our product that is application dependency mapping to map out how a particular enterprise critical application services is being built together. So by leveraging that application dependency mapping capability, we are able to provide troubleshooting capability for now very popular worker support for virtual desktop or even physical remote desktop coming into data center to access data center critical applications. Troubleshooting is being, one of the interesting use case for application dependency mapping. So what you see on screen here is a application dependency mapping that we can build within minutes for your data center, including, the end-to-end visibility from the remote workers that are in maybe VPN, connections, or maybe physical desktop, maybe thin client accessing, virtual desktop in your data center, or maybe even going through VPN directly accessing your data center applications such as this one that you see from load balancer, web server to databases. This is data center critical application. So we map it out from the very end user through the VDI virtual desktop, through the networking equipment. In this case, could be router, gateway, in this case, load balancers. Or you can also see some of the virtual desktop going through the network, coming into your data center, but then go through your gateways in your data center, accessing outside services. So we build this type of end-to-end visibility, not just who do they talk to, but also see the bottleneck, right? For example, all the colors that you see that is not green, that will indicate some sort of issue. For example, this particular one, this link would indicate the HTTP service running from your load balancer to this particular web server have degraded HTTP performance. It also shows you this virtual desktop number 2 going through the gateway to the outside world. It is accessing HTTP and HTTPS, a lot of services through the gateway that's being provided. However, the services are all green, but nevertheless, the HTTPS services accessed by this particular desktop user number 2 is suffering from long network round trip time. So in this case, it's a networking issue rather than the application issue. So this type of application dependency mapping allow you to see end-to-end and be easily able to spot bottlenecks for end user or virtual desktop user using either enterprise applications or using the virtual desktop to get outside, for example, browsing the web or access SaaS-based services, Office 365, or SaaS-based services, ERP, Salesforce.com, all that type of applications. We were able to show you the bottleneck of it. Another way that, besides showing you where the bottleneck is really to find out the root cause, right? For every single thing, it could be networking. How do you find the root cause for networking? If it's web server being slow, why is web server slow? Then it gets into VDI troubleshooting. Many cases, VDI troubleshooting is the networking lag. Many times is the application services. Sometimes it's also the VDI provisioning itself. So I'll go through very quickly some of these scenarios to find the root cause. So for example, if it's the application server, then the quick way to find out the application server issue, for example, this web server is slow, is basically leveraging the full stack visibility, full stack correlation capability, showing HTTP application response time, CPU memory storage provisioning is actually healthy or not healthy. The color will indicate how they're healthy or not healthy, and also the backend services of the HTTP service all the way down to each individual transaction of the HTTP service, or if it's SQL service causing you to be slow, one click will show you the SQL server. SQL server apparently CPU provisioning is limited. This is the place where you would fix the issue by finding the CPU provisioning issue for the SQL server. So this is the quick way to spot application level issues, application server level issue impacting VDI user. In this case, is VDI desktop user, right? VDI desktop 1. The other way is looking at the virtual desktop provisioning. A lot of time, it is virtual desktop provisioning issue. In that case, we have a integration with Horizon View, where you see all the virtual desktop session all the way to the username. And you can look there, CPU, memory, and storage provisioning, including their networking performance. And you see a lot of them are suffering from memory health, meaning provisioning may be an issue. Drilling down from here to find the root cause is as easy as clicking into memory, clicking into CPU, looking at storage, and even looking into the process level, individual process, which process is burning memory for you. And then that will be a quick way. In this case, this is a memory edge CP, looks like a firewall running on your VDI that's causing the memory consumption to be high. So troubleshooting into the VDI provisioning is very easy. And at the same place, you could also see the VDI user is actually connecting to certainly connecting to your Horizon connection server, but VDI user is talking to all these other application server, including load balancer and the famous web server, plus the backend databases, all these things that the VDI user touched upon, we will be able to demonstrate it to you and show color for the bottleneck that could potentially impact the VDI users. Last leg of the communication, the issue for VDI is a lot of times because the remote users are coming in, they're actually home networking or ISP may be causing their bad experience. So in order to prove that is simply by looking at all these lines from your thin client. For example, this guy at home, or this is maybe coming in from VPN of your data center connection. This is the lag from then the individual client to the virtual desktop. Should there be any networking issue on the WAN link, this particular link is going to show you networking performance. For example, you will see or here networking is going to show you long network round trip time. It's going to light up in red, orange, or yellow color to show you the networking issue. So you're focused on that particular part of the VDI issue. Again, for VDI, the critical thing is end-to-end visibility with the application dependency mapping and the depth of the application dependency mapping into infrastructure provisioning and also networking capability of all these VDI and physical and virtual application workload provisioning issue. You'll be able to, with our solution, identify and troubleshoot VDI issue root cause to the very, very clear perspective very quickly. So that's our 5 minutes or maybe 7-minute demo. It's a little longer than expected, but thank you so much for sticking through with me for the quick demo. Thank you. This is Chachi Kwan, and this is Willa for VDI troubleshooting use case.